enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. The Cisco உடைய ஒரு protocol. Enhanced interior gateway routing protocol is designed by the developers in Cisco. This enhanced interior gateway routing protocols administrative distance is 90. That's what Cisco has given. Can anyone say the administrative distance of RIP? Exactly. 120. Now you see, if you are running RIP and EIGRP on the same router, EIGRP's recommendation will be accepted. Why? Administrative distance lower is always preferred. The RIP administrative distance is 120. EIGRP is 90. Both are giving route information for destinations, remote destinations, and router can take only one and ignore the other. Which one it accepts? The one with small administrative distance. Okay, so administrative distance can be changed. Administrative distance is not same for every vendor. Even the name administrative distance is not same with every vendor. Cisco calls it as administrative distance. It is nothing but preference. Which one you prefer? Do you prefer RIP or EIGRP? By default, EIGRP is preferred. How I know? Because the number administrative distance number is only 90. RIP's administrative distance is Subramanian சொல்லுங்க. RIP's administrative distance is 120. Smaller is preferred. 120 is bigger than EIGRP's administrative distance 90. So when RIP gives a route for a network and EIGRP also gives the route for the same network, router will choose EIGRP's route. Okay? That is how administrative distance is used. See, even to us, when you are trying to buy cell phone, coffee, the cell phone, when you are trying to buy cell phone, same cell phone, same model. Amazon is giving 90 rupees. What is the other one? India Mart is giving for 60 rupees. You will go with India Mart. 60 rupees only. Same way. The preference is given for the protocol whose administrative distance is lower. That's the use of administrative distance. And this number is not advertised to anyone. It is local. So you can very well have administrative distance 90 on one router, 80 on another router, 70 on another. Nothing wrong in that. You can do that if you want. But by default, it is 90. Mostly people won't change it. It can be changed. The command is very simple, distance. Let me show you to change administrative distance in RIP. You see, I'm trying to open the previous lab. Oh, it's not, it's not there. Yeah, this is the one. We are running RIP on these routers. Let me show you. Router 1. Do you remember the command that will show you the routing protocols that are enabled? Do anyone remember the command that will show all the routing protocols that are enabled on this router? Show IP protocol. Huh? Oh, no protocols. Show IP route. Okay, this has got static route. Let me remove the static route and put RIP. No IP route, any network, any subnet mask, 20.0.0. Router RIP. I'm showing you how to enable RIP. We have done this before. The networks 10, network 20, version 2, no auto subroute. You see, I have not done any change to the administrative distance. I just enabled RIP. Show IP protocol. Look at this. RIP is running. Every 30 seconds, it is going to send the periodic update. If an update is not coming, it will hold it for 180 seconds, which can also be called as invalid timer. The flush interval is 240 seconds. And the version 2 is running. Look at this. Administrative distance. 120. I can change this like this. You see? Router RIP. Distance. That's all the command is. Distance. I can say 80. Let's see now. Go back to the same place and type show IP protocol. Look at this. The default is 120, but configured is 80. Configured is 80. Let me go and remove that. Removing is easy. You don't need to put 120. Just say no and cancel it. It will go to default. You see? It's gone. The only default is that. Right? Okay. Now let me save this as a RIP. And also I would like to remove static root service routers. Show IP route. Okay, this I have to remove first. Router RIP. Sorry. No IP route. 10 network. Twenty dot zero dot zero dot one. Removed. Because I put no in front, it will be removed. No IP route 40 network. Now let's check the routing table. You see there is no static route. There is no S, only C is there, connected, and local address is there. Now let's enable RIP. Router RIP version 2. The networks on this router are 20 and 30. Show IP protocol. Look at this. 120 is the administrative distance. Now, if you check the routing table, wow, look at this. You learn a route via RIP. And what does this say? This says administrative distance is 120. What does this say? It's one hop away. One hop away. If you go in this direction, look at this picture. Router 2 says if you go in this G00 direction, just one jump, you will meet what? 10 network. Correct only, no? 10 network, just one hop away. If you go to the next router 20001 on this exit port, one jump, you will meet this network 10, which is true. It is true. Now let us finish configuring this router 3, then we will come and check. Router 3, please listen carefully. Administrative distance of static route is 1. For directly connected, it is 0. That's why it is not saying. For static route, it is 1. I'm going to remove this. No router, no IP route. You see? I removed. Now let us write the for RIP. Router RIP version 2. Networks are 30 and 40. Should not tell about 10 and 20 in this router. This router has got no connection to 10 and 20. 10 and 20 will be discovered, learned. Now let's check. Show IP protocol. Look at this, same 120. RIP is running, version 2 is running. And show IP route. Look at this. 120 is the administrative distance. For 10, it has to go to 2 hop. For 20, it has to go to 1 hop. Is it true? Yes. We are in router 3. For 20, it is then just 1 hop. For 10, it is 2 hop. Okay. So now we have seen how to enable RIP, which we finished long back, the configuration part. 40. I'm trying to ping from here to here to check the connectivity. 40002. Okay, it is pinging. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this file now. Okay, and then I'm going to enable EIGRP on desktop. I'm not going to remove RIP. Please understand. Please understand. I'm not going to remove RIP. I'm going to simply enable EIGRP. So both EIGRP and RIP will be on the same router. Both EIGRP and RIP will be on the same router. But when you check the routing table, this R will disappear. This two lines will disappear. Instead, D will come. D means what? D means what? It is written there. Exactly. Why am I doing this? எதுக்காக நான் இதை செய்றேன்? இதை செஞ்சு முடிச்ச பின்னாடி உங்களுக்கு ஒரு புரிதல் வரும். பார்ப்பா ரிப் இருந்துச்சு, EIGRP போட்டாரு, ரிப் கொடுத்த அதே நெட்வொர்க்கு 30 and 40 EIGRP கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கு. ரிப்பை வந்து இது உடனே வேணாம்னு சொல்லிடுச்சு. ஏன்னா இதுக்கு 120 ரிப்புக்கு, EIGRPக்கு 90 தான். அதனால 90 பிடிச்சிக்கிட்டு 120 விட்டுரும். ஆனா இந்த ரவுட்டர்ல எங்கேயோ ஒரு மூலையில ரிப் ரூட்ல மறைஞ்சிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். ஆனா ரவுட்டிங் டேபிள்ல வராது. EIGRP இந்த 30 40 கொடுக்கறது நிறுத்தினாதான் ரிப் வரும். That's what we are going to see. When you enable EIGRP, even if you don't cancel RIP, RIP's advice will not be utilized. Why? EIGRP is also going to advertise the same 30 and 40 networks to router 1. 30.0.0.0 and 40.0.0.0 networks to router 1. And router 1 will prefer the one with lower administrative distance. That's what I say, no? India Mart is selling for 60 rupees. The same cell phone, Amazon is selling for 90 rupees. Which one you will buy? You'll buy the lower one, cheaper one. Why should I necessarily pay 30 rupees extra for the same flight, for the same cell phone? Okay. See. Very easy. If you know to enable RIP, EIGRP is very simple. But only one thing you need to remember, that EIGRP works in group. To identify the group, you need to give a number. And that number is called as autonomous system number. Please understand. Earlier we were discussing about administrative distance. What is administrative distance? It's a number that tells the preference value, preference level, priority level. Smaller the number, highly prioritized, more preferred. That is administrative distance. Autonomous system number is nothing but the number that identifies the group. Autonomous system na என்னங்க? Autonomous system college ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? Autonomous college. அப்படின்னா என்ன? இந்த கேம்பஸ்க்குள்ள சில டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. நாங்கெல்லாம் ஒரு குரூப். எங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு செட் ஆஃப் ரூல்ஸ் இருக்குது. யூனிவர்சிட்டி ரூல்ஸ் நாங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவோம். அடிஷ்னலா எங்களுடைய ரூல்ஸையும் நாங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவோம். The autonomous college. Autonomous colleges are difficult than the other colleges which are under university. அந்த ரூல்ஸையும் நீங்க ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணணும், இந்த ரூல்ஸையும் ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணணும். சரி, எனிவே அந்த கதை நமக்கு வேணாம். நமக்கு வாட் இஸ் autonomous system? Group of routers that are under single administration. Group of routers that are under single administration. To identify the group of routers under single administration, we give one common number like this. You see, router EIGRP. If you hit enter, it won't accept. You have to give To which group it belongs? To which autonomous system it belongs to? You see, if you put question mark, it will show you. To which group this router EIGRP belong to? You have to say any number between this and this. நம்ம இந்தியால இந்த மாதிரிலாம் கூட கேள்வி பாருங்க. அது என்னப்பா அந்த பிக் நம்பர் autonomous system number big number எதை கொடுக்கலாம்? autonomous system number big number biggest number எதை கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. அதை ஏன்பா கேட்குறீங்க? கொஸ்டின் மார்க் போட தெரிய போகுது அப்படின்னு அவன் மூஞ்சி வேற சொன்னீங்கன்னா அவங்கள வந்து செலக்ட் பண்ண மாட்டான். யாருமே வந்து கரெக்ஷன்ஸை விரும்புறது இல்லை. அதே மாதிரியே நாங்கள் இருப்போம். இன்டர்நெட்ல இருந்து கொஸ்டினை திருடி திருடி கொஸ்டின் கேட்கறது இன்டர்வியூல சொந்தமாக எதுவும் கேட்கறது இல்லை. சரி, 65535 நீங்க you can give any number but make sure the other routers also have the same number. See, you are free to use this number. You don't need anyone's permission from any ISP or anyone. This is your company, your routers, and you want to put all of them in one group, then give one common number. I'm going to give 10. If I give 10 on one router, I have to give the same 10 on other router. Only then they all will share the routes. See, EIGRP will even find neighbors. In RIP, you don't see any router forming neighbor. RIP வந்து நெய்பர்லாம் கண்டுபிடிக்காது. அது பாட்டுக்கு அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் அனுப்பிச்சுனே இருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு செகண்டுக்கு ஒரு முறை. ஆனால் EIGRP அப்படி இல்லை. முதல்ல நெய்பரை கண்டுபிடிக்கும், அவங்களோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆகும், ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆன பின்னாடி அவங்ககிட்ட இந்தாப்பா அப்டேட் அப்படின்னு அனுப்பி. Alright. So router EIGRP 10. See, I'm using almost the same command like what you had in RIP 10. Network 20. No auto summary. Exit. Let's finish the other two routers, then we will come and verify. Router EIGRP. See, same number you have, type 10. In this router, what are all the networks we have? In this router, what are all the networks we have? Connected networks. Exactly. So you should say only those two. 20, 30. The networks are. See, it has found a new adjacency, new neighbor with router 1. This is router 1's address. EIGRP has found a new neighbor. EIGRP uses an algorithm called dual algorithm. Dual means diffuse update algorithm. Okay. Now let's finish router 3 also. Sorry. Router EIGRP 10. Network. In router 3, what are the networks? Exactly. Okay. Now, let's go to router 1. First of all, I would like to check this administrative distance, show IP protocol. Look at this. It shows that you have EIGRP, also you have a RIP. RIP is not removed, RIP is still there. And if you go up for EIGRP, the administrative distance is only 90. We are doing internal, don't worry about external, we'll talk later. 90. So if you will go and check the routing table, show IP route, look at this. R has been replaced by D. D means what? Why they are not putting E? It is because I showed you an algorithm called dual is used by EIGRP to find the best routes. That's why the routes will have D, not E. For RIP it was R. For BGP it will be B. For OSPF it will be O. Only for EIGRP it is D. EIGRP is a Cisco proprietary. So Cisco wants to use the algorithm's name, not the protocol name. Hope you understand. We got EIGRP enabled. Now you see the administrative distance here, 90. Earlier, same 30 network, let me show you. Same 30 network, it was 120, and this is hop count. Or jumper and regional. Hop count. But now it is different metric. It is not hop count. It is called composite metric. We'll talk about this later. But this 90 is what we are interested. Now, if you want to bring RIP here, what you will do? Someone tell me. I want RIP to appear here. I want this router to show me RIP route. What should I do? Off what? Off RIP. Otherwise, increase this to 130. Both are okay, no? Both are okay, no? See, by increasing the administrative distance of EIGRP to 130, which is more than 120, same thing can be achieved. So I can do what you said. I'll go to RIP, router RIP, distance 89. Now if you will see, RIP came back. Only in this router. On the other router, still you have EIGRP. It is locally significant, okay? Administrative distance is on that router only. See, on this router, you still have what? EIGRP. So when you don't see root of EIGRP in R1, it doesn't mean that EIGRP is not running. EIGRP is running at the background. That is why it is giving the root 10 network to router 2. அங்க EIGRP ரன் பண்ணலனா இங்க இருக்கிற EIGRP 10 network எப்படி தெரியும்? So it is running there. It is running in the background. It is not coming into the routing table because administrative distance of RIP I have reduced to 89. Now let me go cancel. Router RIP. No distance 89. It will go to the default. Now we will see EIGRP back. Show IP protocol. Sorry, show IP route. You see EIGRP is back. All right, going back to our screen. That is what called as administrative distance. So when you check the routing table, you saw 40.0.0.0 90 slash some number like 4086, something like that. What is this one? This is the metric of EIGRP. Now, why is this so big number? Actually, EAGRP has got 5 metric. What is the metric of RIP? What is the metric of RIP? RIP's metric is hop count, just one metric hop count. Whereas EAGRP has 5 metric. What is K1 means? Bandwidth. What is K2 means? Load. What is K3? Delay. K4? Reliability. K5? Maximum transmission unit. EIGRP calculates the metric using these 5 values. So when you buy a refrigerator, you don't simply see how much power it consumes. Okay, because this consumes less power, I'll take this fridge. No, you don't go with like that. You will see more parameters like how big it is. Do I have a separate compartment for the freezer? Do I have a separate compartment for uh, bottles? Do I have a water tap on the door of the fridge? Do I have an ice cube section separate? And is it double door or four door or 5-door fridge? There is also 5-door fridge. One big door at the bottom, like a drawer for vegetable. In the middle, you have like on bureau, two doors, and on the top you will have one freezer. And in the door, you will have a tap for water. Just press the tap, freezing water will come, chill water. And there is also another section where you have ice cubes. So you will see all this thing, then you will say this is best. When someone is showing you a simple olden days fridge, you don't take it. Even though it is consuming less electricity, you will not like it because you don't have much feature. Whereas this one with ice cube section, water pipe, vegetable section, bottle section, etc., 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 many doors. Then you say this is best. That is for you. But there is one poor guy coming. That boy newly moved to Bangalore. After his college, he wants to now join a job. He joined a job in Bangalore and he has taken a PG, or sorry, he has taken a house for rent. He wants a fridge. Definitely, he will not go for that bigger fridge with 5 doors. Why? He's a single boy. He needs a simple fridge. So he will only focus on which fridge has got a cheaper price tag. This fridge, this big fridge is what, like 80,000. That is not even 8,000. That simple fridge is not even 8,000. Both are fridge. So depending on who is going to buy, is he a family man or a bachelor with just pass out? Matters. RIP is like RIP is like just a fresher pass out. Only one metric he has got, half count. EAGRP is a filthy rich family man, big tummy man who comes in a big car. So he will not go to that small fridge section at all. He will go only the big fridge, big door. He want everything is tummy size. EAGRP is like that. that big, stout, filthy. Should not use the word. Okay. EIGRP will check how much bandwidth in this path, how much load it can take, how much it is taking now, how long it takes for this much traffic to go to the other side, that is delay. How long this path is reliable, is any packet getting lost at any time? What is the maximum bits per second that can be transmitted on this path? By comparing all this thing with all the available paths, it calculates that number. This is the composite of many bits, many parameters, not just one bandwidth. So you have this big number. That is why you have this big number. But even though it has got this 5 metric, it only considers this two. பையனை பெத்த அம்மாக்கு ரொம்ப கனவு இருக்கும். என் பையனுக்கு கல்யாணம் பண்ற பொண்ணு மூக்கு நீட்டமா இருக்கணும், உயரமா இருக்கணும், வெள்ளையா இருக்கணும், நல்லா படிச்சிருக்கணும், டான்ஸ் ஆட தெரியணும். கல்யாணமே ஆகாது அந்த பையனுக்கு. அப்புறம் இத்தனை எதிர்பார்ப்பீங்க. அப்புறம் கொஞ்ச நாள் போக போக என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, நல்ல பொண்ணா இருந்தா போதும்பா, நல்ல பொண்ணா இருந்து கொஞ்சம் நல்ல பொண்ணா இருந்து கொஞ்சம் படிச்சிருந்தா போதும்பா, மற்றதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை, மற்றதெல்லாம் போயிடும், அதெல்லாம் நிரந்தரமானது இல்லை. நல்ல குணம், கொஞ்சம் நல்ல புத்தி, இது ரெண்டும் தான் போதும்பா அப்படிங்கிற முடிவுக்கு வந்த பின்னாடிதான் அந்த பையனுக்கு கல்யாணமே ஆகும். That is how EIGRP became. Initially, it was like one mother having a lot of dream for a bride for his son. But the bridegroom did not get married for a long time because of these conditions. Later, mother changed the condition. Okay, if she is educated and good, that is enough. Which means mother decided not to see this one. When she decided not to see, easily that boy got married. EIGRP became famous. When all this 5 was there, no one was willing to use EIGRP. Why? I'll tell you the reason in next class. Because the path was keep on fluctuating. Why it is fluctuating until I'll explain you in the next class. கல்யாணம் ஆகிற மாதிரி போவோம், ஆனா கல்யாணம் ஆகாது. Keep on fluctuating because you are having too much conditions. So it was keep on jumping. But when you fix your mind with few parameters, not all, few parameters. So when EIGRP was having this 5 metric, EIGRP was not seen as a good protocol for the users. So the developers decided to use only bandwidth and delay. Now this value that you are seeing, this value that you are seeing is a composite value of only these two. What two? Bandwidth and delay. Load is not considered. Even though it is there in the algorithm, it is not considered. Only K1 and K3 is considered. What is K1? Bandwidth. What is K3? Delay. Let me show you that also. Show IP protocol. You see here. Only K1 is 1 and K3 is 1, which means they are considered. 0 means anything you multiply by 0, what? 0 only, not considered. EAGRP, even though it has got these 5 K values, what are those K values? Bandwidth, load, delay, reliability, and MTU. Only the bandwidth and delay is considered. All the rest are not considered. You understand? What is the metric of EAGRP? Bandwidth and delay. Don't say all 5. But in the algorithm, you will have all 5. They didn't change the algorithm. But one thing they changed is they put 0 for K2. What is K2? Load. Load is not considered. And then for reliability and MTU also they put 0, which means they are not considered. 10,000 கோடி multiplied by 0 என்ன வரும்? 0 தான் வரும். எத்தனை கோடி என்ன நம்பர் 0 multiply பண்ணினாலும் 0 தான் வரப்போகுது. So MTU multiplied by 0 is 0. Reliability multiplied by 0 is 0. Load multiplied by 0 is 0, which means they are not considered. Only bandwidth and delay is considered because you multiply by with 1. Bandwidth multiplied by 1 is bandwidth, which means you are considering. All right. The metric is calculated only using bandwidth and delay. So what is the metric of EIGRP? Bandwidth and delay. So this is the composite value of bandwidth and delay. Bandwidthையும் delayயும் சேர்ந்து கூட்டாய் வந்த நம்பர் தான் இது. எண் தான் இது. Remember,